Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is TheSparrowsJourney. We are back to first look impressions videos with StarCrawlers, a game by Juggernaut Games that will enter Steam Early Access on 17th March. I want to thank kindly Juggernaut Games for sending me a review copy in advance so that this first look video would be possible on the date of the game is released. StarCrawlers is a cRPG, one of the old school kind of RPGs. Pen to paper put into the computer. The closest thing I can think of it is Grimrock, which I've never played in my life. But you're basically a dungeon crawler that gets into dungeons with turn-based combat. Let's go with a new game. In StarCrawlers, you run your own campaign with your own party, and you start with one character only, which you will be able to name. From that point on, you will be able to add more guys to your party. You're kind of this Han Solo. I really like to make that comparison with Han Solo. You're a crawler that crawls for missions, money, reputation, and fame to spend your credits in the future. So Luna is sort of our tutorial girl that doesn't really get into the game when you're fighting, but it keeps giving us advice and whatnot. Here we are, boss. Terminus 9. Hub for the sector. Maybe it's nicer inside than it looks from out here. Guess we'll find out together. Let's dock. Word is the bartender runs the wire here. Time for a drink then. Let's dock. And this is where it all starts. Now, in StarCrawlers you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 classes to choose from. I believe there will be one last one added when the game gets out of early access. For now, this is what you have available. A cyber ninja, which is his strength is target elimination, but his weakness is interpersonal skills, so he should be good in combat but bad when it comes to talk with other people to convince them doing something. The engineer, which turns useless scrap into powerful allies, but his weakness is getting up close and personal, so he shouldn't be good to fight. Force Psyker, his strength is defending allies and smiting foes, so he's somewhat the tank over here, one of them. But his weakness is protracted engagements. I actually have no idea what that means. The Hacker, controlling and manipulating enemies, and his weakness is dealing direct damage. Smuggler, this is always the one I start with. I really love the style of this character. Their strength is talking their way out of trouble. See? Completely fits my ally. Weakness, reduce life expectancy for allies. I love this sarcasm and the humor in the game as well. Then you have the soldier, which for a good bunch of people should be the character which you should start with, because not only is good damage dealer, but he also sustains a lot of damage. Breaking stuff and shooting things, his weakness is diplomacy. Void Psyker, unleashing the horror of the void, and his weakness is sanity. I have no idea how you handle insanity with this guy. So I'm gonna start with a character I have most experience with. Along the line we will be able to add more characters and more classes, so we will see how all of those will work. So the very first one, I would say, would be the Smuggler. I'm gonna choose Sparrow. I'm actually not entirely sure if you are this guy you choose at first, or if you're just the commander of the ship and you order these guys around. So let's go with the Smuggler. Male, obviously. Oh my god. Sparrow. I'm male, so I'll play a male. Shady individuals with reputations for getting a job done, even if they are the only survivor. Smooth operators both in and out of combat. They're not afraid to test their luck on a risky move. So difficulty, we can choose standard, challenge, hardcore. For the purpose of this video, I don't want to die yet, so let's go with standard. Why is it always changing my name? Okay, accept. StarCrawlers has permanent death, so you gotta be careful. Each time you lose a character, or a hero if you want to call it that, is good done for life. So let's go to Doc Sam's. This is where you get the jobs out of the bartender. Evening, don't think I've been seeing you around here before. Let me be the first to welcome you to Station Terminus 9, Jewel of the Sector, locals call her Styx for short. Now, I love this about StarCrawlers. You can choose whatever you want to ask, and there's a lot of humor and sarcasm in the dialogue of the game, which is pretty funny. So let's talk about how we can take advantage of the legendary skills to earn us both a lot of cred. I'm a little overqualified for tending bar. I'm looking for something with a little more risk and a lot more reward. Now over here you can just skip the tutorial by telling him this, or accept the tutorial. I'm gonna accept so that you can see the process of things. So sure, I can do that. We're gonna accept a mission from this guy to go into a place and scavenge something. Any work available? There we go. Before you learn to crawl. The wire is offline because of a faulty transceiver module. You will have a reward for 10 credits and we will get 100 experience. So before launching mission, I want to go back because we will have things unlocked that we didn't have before, such as the store, where you can buy stuff before going into those missions so that you can gear up. Right now, I don't have any credits. As you can see, my bank account is really bad. And you can come here to the medical bay, not only to heal your foes, to revive them if you choose to play with permanent death on. Currently, I don't think permanent death is on. Maybe if you choose a harder difficulty, it will be on automatically. I'm not sure how that works. And in here, you can also reset your ability points. Now, this is where I wanted to get to. If you press C, you will go to your overall character panel. And in here, you can see not only your gear, you have a weapon, armor, shield, an accessory, and your active abilities. This is where I wanted to get to, abilities. And from here, you have 3 different kind of paths to your character. Every single class has these 3. So not this 3, but the 3 they are, you know, specific to that class. So in here, I can either choose dirty moves, gunslinger, and cheap tricks. I like direct damage more. So you always gotta start with your first ability on the path. So I'm gonna choose Akimbo. And to reach the second one, the second tier of abilities, you will have to spend at least 3 points on this first one. Right now I don't have any more ability points, but we have 1 ability, and that's enough to go with the first mission. Let's get into it. Let's accept this one. Select the team, which is the only guy I have right now, it's Sparrow. And let's launch mission. And this is where you start seeing a lot of similarities between other games, like Grimrock, which is the one I thought about first when playing this one. So you can look around by pressing right click. You can advance tiles and strafe to the sides, just like in Grimrock. You can play in every style you want. And free look is really important in this game because that's the only way you will be able to unlock certain things. Many objects can be interacted with. Watch for the interact icon and click when object is in range. There we go. Somebody has locked this door from the other side, so we must find a way to unlock it. And that is around here. We gotta click this panel over here and open it up, like so. This will eventually open that door, I would think. There's a cache over here, and we can have Boomslang Tactical Shield. Now, not only these items are randomly generated. If you start a new game and come over here, that cache will have a different item, but the dungeons are procedurally generated, so they'll never be always the same. Except the first one, I think the tutorial one is always the same, and the second one. Other than that, they should be starting to be completely random. So I'm gonna go to my character panel, and I'm gonna change my loadout for this shield. As you can see, on the top right, we will have more charges, and the charges will block more. And let's activate this switch, which will open that door. Let's get into it. On the top left corner, you probably already noticed that there's the map, which you can follow to explore the area. So as the door grinds open, a small hooded figure darts through and passes you towards the exit door. It pauses at the exit and cautiously turns to face at you. I cannot look at it. So you can leave it alone, order the urchin to hold still, or call out that you mean no harm. Let's do that. It seems to be kind of afraid, so... You call out in a firm voice that you mean no harm. The child lingers a moment longer, studying you carefully, and then turns and slips into the shadows. I think this always happens. I've did previous playthroughs, and this was always happening. So it must be something related to the story up in the future, but right now that's the only thing we can do. So a pretty ruined ship, I would say, or dungeon. Beams of flickering energy are being projected in front of the door ahead of you. Passive defense systems like these lasers won't block your movement. However, touching them is going to hurt a lot. So we gotta find a way to get through them, and there's several ways of doing that. You either go in front and harm yourself and deactivate them, or you go back here, you unlock this door. We're gonna unlock it. There's several ways of doing it depending on what class you use. Because I have the gunslinger, I'm gonna shoot the barricade to pieces with style. This is why I love the gunslinger. It's the perfect character or the perfect class for someone who likes to play Han Solo style. We're only missing Chewbacca. I'm sorry. Manually hack the interface. Let's do that. Oh shoot. We gotta get into this hacking system. Now this is very, very similar to the combat system in StarCrawlers. We're gonna play with Freya, Loki, and Thor. I guess these are the tools I'm using to hack. And this is the Corp Spec Program A, which we have to hack. So we gotta press left click, and we're even gonna do Tranquility, which reduces alarm, or Medic, restore 2 to 3 hit points. We don't have to restore any hit points right now, so I'm gonna do Tranquility. This is how it works for the combat system in StarCrawlers as well, but we're not hacking anymore there. You will understand that in the future. So we can do Trickery, Stun, or Chaos. I want to get done with it as soon as possible, so let's keep harming it. It's almost done with. And now with Thor, Crush or Smite. I'm gonna do this because it does more damage. There we go, and it's now done. We have successfully hacked this thing. Now, if you have chosen to play with a hacker character, we could have been unlocking that thing much easier, because he has the skill to unlock things by hacking them. So finally, here's the combat mode into StarCrawlers. And as you can see, there are similarities between the hacking mode and this mode. So what we gotta do is, at the top left corner, you will have the turn system, in which you will know who plays when. We're gonna fight this cleaning machine that will do no harm, but that's because we are in the tutorial. So we have to left click and choose one of the abilities we have available. You always have a basic one, which is just shooting, or in my case, because I chose a Kimbo, I have a Kimbo available. This one has a 3-turn cooldown, so I will be only able to use it each 3 turns. He sprays me and cleans me a little bit more. Obviously, this will not be this easy in the future. You can check the accuracy as well, the damage it does and whatnot. At the end, here's the combat resume, and we should be able to pick up what we came here for from this catch. You found the module and some loot, and we have here another pistol, which is really good for the smuggler. We were kind of lucky. Okay, let's get back to the town and keep improving our party and just get out of here. Oh, wait a second. Find an exit door. This is it. Oh, there we go. Your mission is complete. Fetched the wire doodad, I mean. Do you want to return to Styx? Yes. Styx is the town we were docking at. So let's do that. Mission complete! Doc Sam's will be able to fix up his wire connection with his replacement module. So now we're in the town again. So what we want to do right here, right now, is recruiting another teammate. Now, because we have some more credits now, we have 108. We're gonna recruit some more people. Now, you gotta choose carefully which is the character you want with you. With the smuggler, I would either like something like the Force Psyker, because I need a tank, or a hacker to hack into places where I cannot get to. And you know, we are a smuggler, we like to scavenge all the dungeon for possible credits. Or the soldier, which is another good tank. Actually, I think the soldier is better than the Force Psyker, because the soldier can actually aggro other creatures. So why not? Let's go with that. Let's choose a female now. A female soldier. Vikalia, you will be my soldier. Let's recruit her. And what we want to do before selecting another mission is not only check your loadout, because we have new guns. I'm gonna switch with the smuggler. You want to keep always the pistols, because if you haven't noticed, for instance, in the gunslinger path, you need a pistol to use this ability with. So we gotta keep 2 pistols. Obviously, I want the better one. So I'm gonna go with this one. It gives me less accuracy, but it gives me more attack speed, and I would think that this speeds up your turn into the turn queue. Tollery Hobbs, the Styx engineer, is looking for a crew to investigate a distress beacon coming from a salvage junker in the area. Investigate the ship for surviving crew and do anything you can to help them out. This will give me 100 credits and 500 experience. So let's go with this. I'm gonna choose both of these guys, my new recruit. I am level 1, he's level 1 as well. Luna is here again to help us. What's what in there? What the hell? Atmo is low. Looks like power is 2. Nothing exciting in the hairlock. Seeing as this is our first job in a while, try not to botch it. I got a ship in burning need of fuel and parts. Any questions on the job? What are we after again? Boss, may I just say that you've got a mind that's more plastic sieve than the steel trap. Noted. This is the new soldier. Wonderful. The more you recruit characters, they will get into the dialogue, which is pretty cool. We're looking for whoever sent the distress beacon. Okay, moving out. Hold up, getting a call relay from the Styx wire for you. Who's calling? Corp representation for Chimera Biopharma Solutions. You want me to patch them through? This is where the game introduces you several corporations which you will have a reputation with. You can either have a good reputation with them or bad reputation, and I guess in the end that will affect your gameplay, the missions you can select and whatnot. Thank you for taking my call. I'm contacting you on behalf of my employer as I believe our interests may be aligned currently. The ship you've boarded was delivering medical supplies belonging to my employer. We can have our smuggler skills into it. Surely the retrieval of valuable supplies under dubious circumstance merits a more appropriate reward? Ah, I sense that you are keenly aware of our interest in retrieving these supplies without delay or complications. So, our smuggler skill was successful. I've did this playthrough before and I failed, so there's a chance you fail or get it successfully. So, sounds reasonable. I'll keep an eye for your supplies. Now, the more you will explore dungeons, the more you will be rewarded. Not only for loot, but new and exciting stuff, such as finding the supplies this guy wants. So heads up, we got PEAs active. Target practice time. So this guy will move to us probably. Yeah, he's chasing us. No matter where you move to, he will always chase us. I don't know if there's any difference between being the guy touching you or you touching him for the first time for combat. So as you can see in the turn queue, now we have Vicalia, which is the other character we're playing with. So let's go and do this. It should be a very easy opponent. Shoot! And we should have done something that I will explain after this. We should have looked into Vicalia's loadout and check her abilities. As you can see, the guy is pretty much done with now. And we successfully did it. More experience. I'm a little bit more experienced than Vicalia, but that's normal because I did one mission without her. So what we're going to do now is going to the character panel. We're going to select Vicalia, and we're going to choose an ability point into one of these paths. You always start with one ability point on the characters. So that we can either go with Tactician, Demolition, or Specialist. Now, I do advise you to look always further down the line so that you recognize what are these paths about. So we have Overwatch over here. So move into Overwatch to protect the team with cover fire. So as you can see, this is a tankish ability. Demolition, Barrage. So you can see this is a more damage type of path. And Defiance. If an enemy attacks you and you are their highest threat, the damage of the attack is reduced by 5%. This is a defense ability. So what I want right now, because we don't have much of a challenge right now, is going Demolition. So I'm going to go with that. And in the future, we will have Frag Grenade as an ability. So let's go with that. Let's get back and let's continue the dungeon. Nothing to the sides. Let's continue up front. On the top left, you have the map of the dungeon. That really helps us out. That door is locked, but let's get over there to see what we get. The cargo hold door is in a lockdown. Call Luna to scan the hold from the exterior. You're going to keep bugging me every 5 minutes or find some loot. I'm at the cargo hold. Nice! What they got in there? Crates of creds? And it's on lockdown. Can you check the hold doors from out here? Yeah, so we're going around now, blah 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 blah. You'll have to override the lockdown from the cockpit. So let's do that. Let's search for the cockpit. Let's go right over here. And down here to the bottom. And let's search all the dungeon because we want the most creds and loot we can find. Here's some more creds. Cred stick. That gave us 5 creds, as you can see in the bottom left corner. Now, there are hidden things that you must pay attention to. When you're looking around, as you can see, there doesn't seem to be anything to be interactable with. But, if you click this, there will be a secret over here. Success! It would be cool that someone like the smuggler, which is good in finding loot and always interested in secrets and whatnot, would be better at finding these things. So we got a new cache. Stash. We can have boomslang rifle. That does a lot more damage than our current pistol. But I don't know why I can't pick up this cred stick. I should be able to pick it up, but apparently it's bugged or something. Or maybe you just can't pick it up and you're looking at it and go, I want my creds! But you cannot pick it up. Either way, we want to go to our character panel right now and go to loadout. And we want more efficient weapons. So we're gonna use this on our soldier. We can have here the map as well, open in a bigger scale if you press M. Let's get back and continue this way. Now I would be paying attention to every detail on the map so that I wouldn't miss anything. But because we are, you know, just checking out the game, I'm gonna try and be as fast as possible. Someone was composing a message in this tablet when whatever happened. Now, I'm not going to pay too much attention to these details, but you want to pay attention to these because this might be a hint to solve a riddle in the future, to access caches that are locked, to access rooms that are locked as well, stuff like that. So now we have frag grenade. Oh lord, seriously? So we actually do more damage with shooting than the frag grenade because of the new gun. But you know, I want to watch the frag grenade. Boom! 20 damage. That's just enough to finish with this guy. If I knew better, if I wasn't, you know, trying to show the game and whatnot, I would probably already chosen a harder difficulty. There seems to be, yeah, a canister over here to pick up. Small medikit. When you are out in combat, you are actually able to use certain items. We're still looking for whoever sent that distress beacon. What's this? Medical crates stamped with the logo of Chimera Biopharma Solutions. Now, this is where things become more interesting. So you can leave the supplies alone, contact Luna to dock and collect the supplies to sell, and this will go against Chimera reputation. Or contact Luna to dock and collect the supplies for delivery to Chimera. They promised me 150 creds if I deliver these supplies back to them. Now we could do one of two things. Either do that and get 150 credits, or try to sell it in the black market and get maybe more than that. I could get more or less. You know, because I'm, you know, want a soft start. Let's just comply with that and give them the supplies. It's funny. I'm supposed to be the smuggler, but this girl loves just creds more than me. So we got 150 creds from that, and that is now done. Let's explore the rest of the ship. So we are in the cockpit, and I don't think there's anything to be interactable with over here. So let's just go down there and issue the lockdown off. Nothing to report out here. Escape pods unlaunched. Looks like some airlocks might have been opened though. Negative contacts, no one aboard here, and the logs are purged. Creepy. You find a ship log? Logs are here. Let me check. There we go. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, override the lock on the cargo hold doors. This is what we wanted to do earlier, so that we could access a door that was locked. Wait, this is not the way though. Let's get back here. So as you can see, StarCrawlers is looking like a very good game. At least I am enjoying it a lot. But there's clearly polishing to be done. The sounds are not there. Here's some credits. Ooh. Okay, let's check what's down there. Seems to be interesting enough. What's the world boss? Is it antiques, hot goods, spices? I love spices. It's a crate. Crates of what? Infinite riches are not in our immediate future, I'm afraid. One lowly cargo container is all we get. You're freaking me. You're fecking with me, right? Fecking? You're such a joker. Ha ha. No joke. I'll go see what's in it. Well, don't keep me in suspense. Open the crate already. This will be an interesting moment, ladies and gentlemen. Probably the hardest fight we will have so far. You move to open the crate. As you release the latch, the lid begins to lurch open as though propelled by a powerful force from within. Hold the lid shut, draw and fire on the crate. Let's get that approach. You unleash hell into the crate, resale value be damned. Waiting cautiously for a few moments, you note that the sounds from within appear to have died down. Cautiously, you move to open the crate once again. Looks like it's time for a fight. What? With a crash, the lid jerks open and the dazed figure unfolds itself into combat stance. Here we go. This seems to be the boss of the dungeon. I'm not entirely sure and I cannot guarantee that you will always have a boss into each dungeon. So, let's just shoot the bastard. As you can see, there are a lot of sounds missing, and it feels off. Something feels strange about this. Because there's just no sounds for the guns, for the abilities and whatnot. But again, because the game is in early access, I do want to give it a chance and wait for more updates and whatnot. I do believe the game is in a very, very good path. It just needs to be updated furthermore. And I think we will have an awesome game in our hands. So as you can see, this feels completely off. Some sound here of explosions and shots and whatnot would make things so much more cool. Okay, let's do this. He has still 67 health. He's charging attacks, and this is something that you might have to do with certain classes. You might have abilities that need charging, so you will be not doing anything for one turn, but on the next turn, you will do great deals of damage. He's firing his arm cannon to Vicalia, and he did a lot of damage, actually. Let's try to get this guy done with as soon as possible, because that harm cannon is harming me a lot. As you can see, my smuggler, my Han Solo guy, is attacking many more times than my soldier. That's because he has more attack speed, and then it's only logical that he gets more turns into the turn kill. So we're done with this guy. And it seems that this was what got the mission complete. Looks like you ran into some trouble after all. Trouble? I barely broke a sweat. Any idea what it is, this thing? I'm no expert, but that's some height-level robotics work. Let's get back. I want to finish this one as soon as possible so that we can have one more before ending the video. I would love to show you at least one more mission, because things will get harder on the next one. And we got these two guys at level 2. And this is when I think it pays off to play the tutorial, because it gives you more experience, and at this point you already have 2 level 2 characters. So, Talri, thanks for checking out the distress beacon. Too bad we didn't find anyone. Hope they got out okay. That's something else. You will find that on the ship. Mind if I have a quick look? Go right ahead. I know I just tried to kill you and all, but it might be pretty handy to have it on your crew. So, for 200 credits, I might be getting this guy on my side. But you know what? Screw that. I don't want the robot on my side. I want to recruit something else that I know specifically what will it be able to do. So, not right now. And let's just exit the conversation. If we go here to Doc Sam's and then try to recruit someone, this guy will not be available over here. Yeah, I had in my mind that you had 8 possible different classes in the game already, and I only counted 7 at the start. This is the 8th one, so I think I'm gonna go with the hacker. That might get us into places where we shouldn't be. I'm gonna go with a female, Trix. Let's go with that. I like the name, Trix. Let's recruit. 200 credits. I think I can already recruit another one. No, I cannot. Okay, so the more you recruit, the more credits it will take for you to recruit another one. Let's see, Trix. Can I upgrade your stuff in any way? There we go. We can give her the pistol that the smuggler had, and she will do more damage, even though she's using an SMG, which is probably more suited to the hacker. Hacker, I mean. Let's do that. And the shield is exactly the same one I already used, so we can't improve in any way the loadout of the hacker right now. But we can have a new ability. We can either go into rootkit, malware, or optimization. Hyperthread. All allies gain the hyperthread effect, increasing their chance to dodge. So this seems to be the buffing path of the hacker. I would get into more detail, but you know, I want to get things done quickly. Corrupt the core functions of the target. Each turn the enemy will take 5 weapon damage. Okay, this seems to be a damage over time pathway. Root Hack has a 30% chance to charm the target for 1 turn. Oh! This is cool. So, he will be fighting for us. I like this. Overheat. Infect the target with an overheat virus. When the target takes action, there is a 5% chance to overheat and be stunned for 50% of your weapon's time unit cost. Let's go with this. Now, from this point on, you will have different kinds of missions, and not only kinds of missions, you will have different difficulties. So we can go with the Bounty Hunt, which is very hard, and Bounty Hunt probably has the objective to kill said creature. We can go for Challenging, and job type, Equipment Operation. I have no idea what type of job that is. An Escort, some more Escorts, Equipment Operation, Collection, and there we go. Protect the Scientist while they analyze test results on 2 terminals. Let's go with that. Let's select the Hacker as well, and let's launch. I have no idea what's the max number of people you can bring with you in your party. I guess I'll find that out later on. I'll need to analyze test results on 2 terminals. I'm not sure where exactly we'll find them. Okay, cool. Oh, look at that. It's completely different from those dungeons we've been at before. I guess we are in a facility, not really a ship. And we have our first enemy. Look at that. 2 of them, actually. So our first one we can play with is Trix. So let's do... You know, she doesn't do great deals of damage. It's one of her weaknesses. So let's go with Overheat, which will give this target a chance of it being stunned when it performs. This guy will play now, and he damaged the Sparrow. I wonder again if there's any way of putting Vicalia in the front of the battle. Okay, let's go with Vicalia now. Let's choose to kick this guy's butt. It still doesn't do too much damage compared to the shoot. Let's just use it. We missed that target over there. We now have Explosive Trap. That won't do much damage, unfortunately. And I have 8% critical chance, which is pretty good. So let's go with this. It still has its shield up. Not anymore, I think. Let's go with Trix, and now let's start damaging this guy. I'm not sure how many turns will that debuff last. Maybe it says, you know what, let's use this Explosive Trap and see how it performs. Ah, there we go. But I would prefer the shoot with the Smuggler, no doubt. I prefer direct damage. Let's try to finish up this guy. As you can see, not only you have more creatures into one opposite party, but they are actually more challenging now. I'm not getting the stun on that guy. I don't think it's happened yet. This guy is in our party because he's the engineer we're escorting, but he's always afraid and we cannot do anything with him, which is pretty funny. And this guy's done with. Let's now get rid of that one. Not really gonna use Explosive Shot right now. Let's keep damaging him. And he didn't get stun anytime. It's kind of disappointing. As you can see, the Hacker is really... My only reason to bring the Hacker is to get into places that needs to be unlocked. Because in combat, she really doesn't do any good. At least for now. Down further the line, he's probably still reliable for good damage. And what I find interesting about this game is that you can customize the characters in any way you want. And I really like that. Oh, look at this. Okay, so let's check these lockers. Apparently... Oh, I cannot access them, actually. They really looked tempting. Alright, so I've never been here. This is new for me, this type of dungeon. So, I'm trying to recognize what can be interactable with in the world. Hey, dude! Don't chase me! I'm kidding. Oh, a flying dude! Look at that. Corpsec Flyer. Okay. Who do I want to get down first? This one, because it has less health. So let's do that. It still takes some damage on its health bar, even though it has the shield up. That is surprising. Okay, we want this guy down as soon as possible. And then we failed all the shots with the soldier. Oh, they're now attacking Trix, so it doesn't matter in which position they are at. they can all be attacked. Just, you know, as the opposite party can be. So, let's try to stun this guy. Has the effect on it right now. The scientist is nervous, so he won't play. Accuracy 76. This is actually not that great. This is why we're failing so many shots. But it's curious to see when you fail the attack on this guy, you hit this one sometimes. You know what? Let's actually do this on this guy as well. So both of them have a chance of being stunned right now. And that guy got stunned. Nice. When he was trying to perform. Now, let's do this. Just don't like the explosive shot. Don't think it's worth it. Maybe it has a secondary effect that I'm not sure of. That guy has a dodge buff right now. Not really cool. And he's not debuffed anymore, is it? Let's take care of that, like so. These guys seem very evil. The dark side of the Force. But you know what? I have a stormtrooper here with me. Oh, you can actually see if the attacks will attack all the other members of the opposite party or not. When they are AoE or not. So I think this is actually worth it now. Only now. Does less damage to each one of the characters, but there's a chance of hitting them all. There's an exclamation point over there. What is that about? Is that one of the terminals? Probably is. I'll need a few minutes to analyze test results on this. Can I get started? Go for it! Oh, we are probably getting attacked now. Is that it? Oh, is it done? That instantly? Okay, fine. Oh, look at that guy. Okay, this seems to be a tough one. But it is in the way of the terminal, so let's get done with him. Actually has the same health than the previous ones, so it should be fine. Actually, Sparrow could use some healing. You know what? Will this use a turn? Because I never use a medic kit. Then I go with medic kits. I mean med kit. Let's use a small one. Let's choose Sparrow. So it doesn't use... Oh, it does! It does use your turn. That's cool, I like that. I never tried it before, so I wanted to test it out. Okay, the scientist cowers in fear, as always. Let's now bring him down. He seems to be a fast one, because he's getting a lot of turns. I reckon when you get back to the town, your health bar will be fully replenished, even if you don't go to the medic bay. I hope so. I hope that's how it works. Okay, we got the other terminal over here. So after this, our mission should be complete. Alright, so let's exit. We have my mission complete for the terminals, but not for the safety to an exit. But I will do that now, right? Yes. Find an exit door. This is it. This would be it. I hope this gives me the mission complete. I guess it did. I have more 250 credits. Let's check the experience. Oh. 54. That was the max experience. That was not that great. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed this first look into StarCrawlers. I don't want to repeat myself, but in the end, what I want to say is I think it's a great game, and it will be even greater if it has things like the sounds added, some more, I don't know, animations. Voice acting would be amazing. A little polish in the graphics would also be good. There's little things here and there, adjustments that need to be done for this to be a very great game, not just a great game. But because it is still in early access, I think they have the potential to do so, and I hope they do so. This was a first look into StarCrawlers, the game by Juggernaut Games that will be released on early access on Steam on the 17th of March 2015. My name is TheSparrowsJourney. I hope you have enjoyed this. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you are looking for more, feel free to check these suggestions. As a reminder, if you're looking into buying games, considering using my G2A ref link in the description of this video. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you on the next one, and remember, stay above the waters.